ScouterStan. Want to talk a little bit about the red flags before your unit, your scout unit, fails. These are warning signs. My dear friend Mike wanted to know what would be some warning signs before a unit fails. Now, when we say unit, we mean pack, troop, crew, ship, what have you. All of them can have these warning signs. Now, none of these are in order. One is not superior to the other. All 10 of these are huge red flags. This podcast is important to all of scouting units. The number one red flag is skipping regular meetings. Not having a regular meeting at a regular time and location is a huge red flag. Something is going wrong that is very negative to being consistent with the meeting place. If your meetings are on Mondays at 7, they should be on every Monday possible at the same location. Now, the location may change, but that needs to be notified. But having a consistent time period for the scouts to meet is important. Reliability and consistency is a critical skill that scouts need to be shown and learn by example. There should never be a time when the meeting is canceled unless it is a truly huge safety concern, such as a blizzard or a hurricane or other issues that might be going on. Now, having a short meeting is okay, and that's better than no meeting at all. The second big red flag is missing unit leaders. If there's a lack of strong leadership within the unit, whether it's from adult participation or the lack of their participation, this needs to be addressed immediately. A lot of times there is a parent conflict or tensions between the scouts, the leaders, and the parents. And this can create a negative atmosphere within the unit and impact its success. Making sure that all of the adult leadership is well represented and available will ensure the success. When that is not in place, that is a huge warning sign. Red flag number 3, sudden drop in attendance. A noticeable decrease in the number of active members is a huge red flag. This is a warning sign to the adult leaders that there's something going on. If they're having difficulty recruiting new members, this could indicate an underlying issue within the unit. There could be an issue with a bully situation. Bullying is common with youth and adults too. This can severely affect the attendance of a meeting. It's recommended to use the patrol method within the unit, and that keeps them as a cohesive group. And this is true for even Cub Scouts, crews, and ships. So definitely look into the issue that may be there from bullying and using the patrol method that they use in troops to kind of help with dealing with that situation. Red flag number 4, lack of a succession plan. Leaders who are resistant to change or unwilling to adapt to the needs and the preferences or the scouts may hinder the unit's growth and development. Every position should have an assistant throughout the unit, and they can be counted on to be able to take over that lead position. And from time to time, they need to do that. There has been wars fought over successions of kings and leadership. So it is important to have a plan. Who is going to take over for the Cub Master? Who's going to take over for the Scout Master if something was to happen? Now, it's not that there might be something bad that happens. This might be something good. They might get a promotion and a job that has a different place that they have to move to, so they're taken away from the unit. These are things that do happen within units, and having that succession plan in place prevents a gap from occurring. Red flag number 5, not actively recruiting. Yes, there are units out there that are so large that they actually have stopped recruiting. This is a huge problem. If a unit keeps actively recruiting, they can stop the slow disappearing act that they will be doing. Youth groups need continuous, constant flow of new recruits to maintain the active youth base of a unit. Even the large units need to make recruiting efforts regularly. Red flag number 6, skipping summertime activities or camping. Units that have difficulties in managing finances or persistent fundraising struggles can indicate an underlying problem. With the unit's sustainability and support, a limited range of activities or program may fail to engage the Scouts with diverse interests, leading to boredom and discouragement. Many times these activities are funded through the parents. It is important that we teach our Scouts to be self-sufficient in their fundraising, so that they can afford to go to summer camp. They can afford to go to day camp. They can afford that extended trip as a crew or a ship. Doing these activities puts all of the scouting values together, and it's a huge warning sign if a unit disregards summertime activities. Red flag number 7, making the charter organization upset. Disregarding or neglecting a unit's history, traditions, and values can irritate the charter organization. You have to understand the charter organization literally owns the unit. Making the charter organization upset at the unit can spell the doom for the unit, a negative reputation within the local community or among other Scout units may hinder collaboration and support of all units. Make sure that your calendar has a regular contact with your charter organization in many activities for that charter. If the unit is not have a good relation with that charter, there is no reason for them to continue. Red flag number 8, leadership changes and parent concerns. A revolving door of leaders or Scouts leaving the unit frequently could indicate underlying issues with retention or satisfaction. Limited parental involvement or support can hinder the unit's ability to provide a fulfilling scouting experience for all of its members. Remember, we are trying to show Scouts an example of how things should work. So working together with parents and leadership is critical. Red flag number 9, bad communications. Communications breakdown between leaders, Scouts, and parents can hinder the effectiveness of the unit, and this can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts. It is important that communications be clear and consistent. There needs to be a common place where parents can get information to help the Scouts. This is also a place for the leaders of the unit to communicate with the Scouts. Now, a good place for that is Scout Book. There are options within that program that can help with communications. Red flag number 10, poor attendance. If Scouts are consistently not participating in the meeting, activities, and events, it could be a sign of a disagreement or dissatisfaction within the unit. If Scouts are not progressing through the ranks with active participation towards their rank advancement, it could indicate a lack of supportive or motivation within the unit. There should be a consistent pace that the Scouts go through in achieving their rank advancement. If this is interrupted or suddenly drops off dramatically, this is a huge red flag of a real problem. By addressing these warning signs and these red flags and taking proactive measures to address underlying issues, Scout units can work towards building a healthier, more sustainable, and a successful community for their members. Scouting is very important, and we do a lot of work. Let's always look for these red flags. And until next time, I will see you on the trail.